Yo, what's up, guys? Be by AC, and yeah, in case this is your first time, and yeah, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a simple log drum pattern. In case you've been having issues, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of tips and tricks that I do to get a perfect, accurate log drum. So without wasting much of your time, let's get straight into the video. So yeah, the first thing we want to do is to make a beat. So without wasting time, I'm just going to go into the HCN attire for piano, and if you don't have these, make sure you go get ears. And I'm going to make use of the mania. Yeah, I'm going to make use of the mania drum loop, and let's take this up a little bit. Nice sound. So let's just lay that down. This is not like a beat tutorial. I just want to lay down a beat that we can quickly use for the um log jumps. You understand? So yeah, after laying that down, I think we can bring in a log drum. And yeah, for this tutorial purpose, I'm going to be making use of the log drum from the HCN pack, and I'm going to be using the log drum 19. So when you have this log drum 19, it's actually tuned to G sharp, as you can see around here. See, it's tuned to G sharp. So you want to take it to like +4 to make it a C major. So come here and write 4 transpose. Simply go to your controls. Let's say this is your stuff. It has sample and controls. This is going to be your simpler. So you want to go into your controls, then just simply pick +4. So you can now press C, and it's going to be on key. So yeah, the first thing I do when I'm trying to lay down my log drums is just to simply play the chord progression, the bass. For this one, we have this the bass of the chord progression. Understand? That's the bass, that's the chord progression. So for anyone that doesn't know how to play keys, it is just simply this. So that's chord progression. You can see. So we hit the first note like then we do. I'm just basically following the chord progression. You understand? So that's the first thing you want to do. Lay down your bass note following the chord progression. Forget about the rolls and all of that. So let's quickly do that. Understand? So after laying that down, you can see that around there, this is what it sounds like. So I want to go into here, make it to 132, then we want to quantize it. So another thing we can do is to like legato to straighten the whole stuff. So after we've done that, so what I always like to do is to take off like the lounge lizard or whatever chord that I've played in. I just want to focus on the drums and the log drum itself. So yeah, so I'll focus on that only. And so now, the second thing I start doing after laying down the bass note of the chord progression, like as you can see, I'm playing it like I'm playing a bass, because like I always say, log drum is like you're playing the bass, but you just want to be going on the off notes, on the off grid. You can just be doing the first note. You can hit the first note, but the second one go a little bit off. You understand? Like boom, 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 boom. You don't want to be on the one grid itself. You want to be going slightly off the grid. You understand? You understand? So now you start adding the holes. So this is where you're going to be creative. So I'm going to tell you what I think. So I want to put the holes here. I always try to put the holes at the off grid part, like the groove. You understand? It doesn't necessarily have to be on the one grid. So I'm putting it on the off grid, slightly off. Like you can see, this is the one grid here. I'm putting it almost to the end, and I'm always using the 132 when I'm doing this. And I try to always bring it down as well. So around this part, I can do do. You understand? So to do that, we'll just zoom in and make it like this. So make it like this. So see what that sounds like. That doesn't work. So one do. So let's see. I think that one can start from the one grid. So you can see I'm making mistakes because I'm trying. So we can do this like this. So what we can do is to highlight this and click on legato as well. So and we see what we have so far. So around this one as well, we can hit something around here. So you see, the first thing I did was to basically, and I think this do, we can bring it down, you know, 1 octave down. The normal do, I always bring it the octave down. Then the normal quick roll around this side is either I leave it on this first one or I take it 1 octave higher. So what we can do is to bring it low, bring it down. A little bit too dark. So I don't think I like that. I can take it up again. So it's just try and error, you know, trying to figure out what works. Now I want to do, you know, instead of hitting it on the grid, like I said, always try to put your notes off the grid. Don't let it be on the grid. Put it off the grid a little. That's going to help to give that vibe. Putting it on the upbeat, off the beat. You understand? Bring it up again. So we can also do another one, around here as well. So we can do another roll around this side again. The normal do. So we can do that here as well. Take it like this. Let's see. Can take this off and let's see what that sounds like. So we can take 1 octave higher. Can even take this lower. All I'm just basically doing is just using octave, 1 octave higher, 1 octave lower. I can pick this as well and take it 1 octave higher again. So after doing that, the next thing I want to do is to add in another kind of log drum. So you can see the first thing I did was to first of all get the chord progression. I played the bass note based on the kind of melody that I want, and that was the first melody that I went for. After doing that, I started adding rows based on where I feel it should be. And like I always say, always try to put your rows on the off beats of the piano roll. If you can notice, my rows, they are not on the hit, they are always on the off beats. Unless I want to do that, that's when I can put it on the grid. But besides that, my rows are always off the grid. So when I've done that, the second thing I want to do when I want to like now start spicing up the log drum is to simply start picking another log drum sound. You understand? So I can go to one of my favorite log drum sound, which is log drum 24. So I like this one. So I can just try to play around playing the chord progression. I'm playing the chord progression, which is, you understand? So I can play that around this side. So let's record that. Understand? So when I play that around this side, understand? So what you can also do for this, you can come to these controls where you have mode. You can just change the mode to trigger. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I think I like that. So another thing I can also do is adding like a sub bass, a sub log drum. And what this does is just to give weight to the low end. So when you lay down your log drum, your bass progression, your rolls, there may be any additional log drum you feel you want to add, then you can now add in the sub log drum, the sub bass of the log drum, just to give your low end. So I'm going to be using this particular log 26 around here, and I'll just simply go up, and what you can just do is just drag this and bring it down. Solo it on its own and see if you can hear it. Yeah. So the next thing I can do is also see if I really want to add in another log drum sound. So I can add this, and mostly I can just rolls. I just want to be figuring out where I want to add some rolls. And the technique of doing that also is just to simply, if you know how to play keys, just lay them on one note first, then dive in and roll. Let me explain that. Let me do that. Understand? So after doing that, I can bring it. I just click there to bring it. So this is what we have. Played alone. So now I can now start putting rolls at that particular point that I played. I can add in a roll here as well if I want to. Understand? So I want to make sure that the rolls are making sense. So adding a roll around here. Exactly. I can add in one here around the side. And for this one, I can just, add a little bit of velocity build up. So I can add in just something here, Exactly. I can add in here as well. It's not making sense now, but when I bring in the drums, you're gonna understand. I can add in around this end side. Understand? Yeah, exactly. Bring in the drums, I see. One other thing that you can start adding that I've noticed that they always add in modern log drums is the snare. The snare that sounds like this high pitched snare, and this one is just simple. I just played something by mistake, and I think I like that. You see, coincidence can happen when making beats, and just have to be creative with it. So I can put that down around here. Put that around there. Just move it a bit. Let's move it to this page and increase it. Bring it down. So this one, will just basically so I can bring that, lay that down, bring it down a bit. So this one too, if you observe, just basically playing it on the upbeat as well, off the grid as well. Let's take this a little bit to the back and quantize it. And another thing you can also do if you want to, after laying down the log drum and you feel like you're satisfied with it, you can layer it with a snare, with this ACN1 snare, and you just simply want to go into the log drum pattern that you've created, which is this one, and drag it all down to the main snare. Then you want to go up like this, then highlight all of these, put them in C3, highlight this as well, put it in C3, highlight this as well, put it in C3. You want to just highlight all the log drums that you have and put them on C3, let's come to this place as well, put it on C3, and yeah. Then you want to blend it with the log drum. So So around here as well, you can also try to do create a special role for this snare. And what you can do is just to make create like a velocity build up as well around here. You know, I'm not overthinking this process while I'm doing this. I'm just flowing. So don't think it's magic. The more you keep doing this exercise by first of all laying down your pattern, then after you lay down your pattern, first of all laying down your pattern, after you lay down your pattern, you start adding your rolls, then you start adding every other additional log jumps you want to add. You know, the more you keep doing this, you just start coming up. So as you can observe, as I'm walking, I'm just basically flowing. You get. So when you've done those log jumps, you can add that snare that I just added. And after you've added the snare, you can now also add in the second snare, then this snare to blend. You understand? To blend with the log drums just to give it more heat and that high frequency. So as you can see, I'm not really thinking much about it. So let's begin on the chord. And to even go crazy, you can even start doing a little bit of panning. When you add pans to your log drums, you can also add a little bit of excitement to it. You understand? So you can add in some panning, in between what you've done. So let's go through this. We can start adding a little bit of like automation, panning. So let's just quickly go into the this and just go to show automation, and we can just come right here, pick just the whole parts of the whole stuff, and we can just do this around here. You understand? Can add around here as well, just to add a little bit of excitement, basically. This one as well, you can make this one come from the right to the left. You understand? So yeah, as you can see, it's not like we're trying to create like a hit song. This is just basically showing you guys some ways on how you can build. You can see how we started from scratch. Yeah, the first thing we did was to lay down the bass notes, to get the chord progression. After we did that, the second thing we did was to start adding some rolls. Then when you add some rolls, you can now start bringing in other log drum sounds, and adding different patterns that suit your creativity. Like I said, with time, you're going to start learning and you're going to start improving in terms of your creativity of where to place in your snares and your log drum rolls, I mean to say, and your other log drum pattern. So you just have to be patient with yourself, listen to other songs, listen to other songs and try to understand where and how they are trying to put in their roles and other things. You can also remake it as well, and that's going to help you. You understand what I mean? So I think that's basically, then you start adding those your snares, adding your sub log drum, very important in most cases, so that you can have a good low end in your beat. So I think that's also very important to do. And yeah, just keep practicing, practicing, practicing. And if there's anything you didn't understand in this video, please drop a comment below. And if there's something else you want me to explain more, drop a comment below. And yeah, so yeah, till I catch you guys in the next video, remember to stay positive, and positive things always happen to you. Peace.